What I can recall of health education and things at school was putting condoms on bananas, or did other classes or groups do that? I can't even remember, but what I do remember is basic biology, anatomy and stuff. You were only told about drug and alcohol to the best of my recollection when you were in trouble. But otherwise, health in general was a class looking at a projector screen and stuff and being taught biology.
So yeah, there's a really big misconception out there that what's taught in health education is sex ed, when actually it's sexuality ed, and that encompasses so much more about a person's whole or their well-being. Kia ora, I'm Kata, and I'm a health education teacher. Oh, there's various reasons health education is an important subject. I think probably the biggest one is that health education gives our young rangatahi, our young tamariki, the skills, the knowledge, the tools they need to be able to cope in an ever-changing world.
I think it's really important because not only does it teach you about positive physical health, but it also teaches you the importance of positive mental, emotional, spiritual and social health.
Across year levels, we have anything from nutrition, sexuality, positive mental health, different coping strategies. I missed ethical issues, and that's one of the biggest things I think is amazing. A big part of health education, I think, with content is around decision making and helping students develop that critical thought no matter what kind of situation they're faced with.
There are many changes that is happening now with around our age group, so how to cope with the changes now and in the future and how to work with those changes.
We've learnt about how to manage change and how to deal and cope with different situations or stress that may come from different situations.
Like learning things in health has influenced me. Just knowing the influences of what drugs and everything can do to myself and my mind.
I think it's different from other subjects because although there's set standards, it kind of expands from that and you kind of learn the whole broad thing before focusing on one thing, and it kind of makes you see the bigger picture.
Teachers really understand the power of integrated units when they're learning subjects that are across different curriculum areas, and seeing that actually learning is interwoven. It can be really, really powerful for our young tamariki. So I'm really excited about the Tūturu resources that are available in terms of the support that they are able to give secondary school teachers across the curriculum levels to really help our rangatahi understand and learn in a way that is really holistic for their future well-being and the well-being of others. The school's curriculum consultation is really, really important. Which is where you have your school connecting with basically anyone in the community to really share their voice, share their opinions of what they would like. That consultation really helps us inform our teaching practice, which ultimately means meaningful learning for our tamariki, which means they can help not only themselves, help others, their whānau, their friends, but also largely really create positive benefits and things for our community. It's really awesome when we have parents that want to engage with their child's learning and actually come into the school and talk to us about what they would love their child to learn, and talk to us about the things that their rangatahi have come home with and asked about. And then what we're finding is not only are our young people empowered and making decisions for their own well-being in a really positive way, but a lot of their whānau are actually picking up some of the things that the kids are taking home and implementing them in their own lives and in their households.
With Ngariki last year, she would come home all the time and stuff and say, oh, we talked about this or we talked about that at school and stuff. I think the opportunity that kids have today to talk about whatever's on their mind and stuff in regards to health, whether it's drugs, alcohol, relationships, it's your responsibility as a parent to make sure that you have done absolutely everything you can to make your child feel comfortable and loved enough and stuff to be able to talk to you about something that's on their mind.
Health education is about empowering our young people to make really positive decisions for their own well-being, but also helps empower others, their friends, their whānau, to make really positive decisions, but then also really encourages community involvement and collective action to really better our communities within Aotearoa. That sounds so corny.